What is up, YouTube? It is your girl Creole Barbie here with Creole Barbie TV. If you're new to my channel, then welcome. My name is Creole Barbie. Do not forget to like, comment below, but most of all, subscribe to my channel in order to be part of the hottest movement that is around. In fact, indeed, the Barbie gang. Welcome you guys to my channel. If you're not familiar with me, I am Creole Barbie. I am a current USPS employee. I work as a clerk in letter automation. Just to summarize this video up, I make tons of videos pertaining USPS, how to apply with the Postal Service, what to expect within your 90 days, how to read your paycheck stubs, and more. So be sure to check out my USPS playlist where I give you a great deal of insight on what to expect when joining the Postal Service. You guys, your girl is back. I'm coming back with some content, okay? After a long, extremely long break, your girl is finally starting to be more consistent with putting out information to you guys. So thank you for all the prayers. Thank you for bearing with me. Thank you for still commenting, even though I wasn't commenting back. Thank you, you guys. Because without you guys, this platform would have never been in existence. So without further ado, I want to extend a great thank you to you all. Today's video topic will be, is it worth leaving my job that make $21.50 an hour, baby, to go work at the post office? So, Arzu Zamani. Hey, Arzu. I know I told you I was going to make this video a long time ago, but I'm finally ready to make this video for you and anyone else that's actually deliberating on whether or not they should leave their job to go to the post office. So in this video, I'm going to give you a very, very, very detailed breakdown of how the Postal Service works, especially in the beginning, because you might not feel like it's worth your time. You might feel like you're making a huge sacrifice in order to join the Postal Service. So sit back, relax, take some notes, rewind if you have to. Listen to the things that I have to say in this video because it is very beneficial, especially in the beginning. Because even myself was pondering, should I leave my full-time job to go to the post office? But unfortunately, it worked out for me. So therefore, I want to give you the information so you can feel secure in the decision that you make. So y'all, just go ahead and bear with me and let's get into the video. All right, so in the beginning, you're going to feel very, very discouraged. And what I mean by discouraged is the fact that when you first join the post office, you will not come in as a career employee and you will not get full employee benefits. Now, one of the things when you first join the post office is that you are titled as a PSE. A PSC is specifically a postal support employee. What that means is that you are to support the Postal Service employees. So you will not have guaranteed days off. You will not have a set schedule. Now, one thing I can say is that when I was a PSC, as far as my hours go, that was consistent. I always was on tour 3. I've never worked any other tour except for tour 3. So it's not like I was bouncing around on my hours. However, when it came to my days off, that was kind of nerve-wracking because I needed to be sure to kind of set my appointments and things that were important accordingly that would collide with my off days. One thing I can say is that my supervisor was pretty consistent with continuing to keep me with the same off days. Now, there were times, maybe once or twice, where my off days would shift depending on the staffing needs. Because again, as a postal support employee, you are there to help fill in the needs when there are employees that are on vacation, that are sick, and things like that. So that's where the frustration could come in for you, as far as your hours go with your days off. Now, another thing, depending on where you work. So if you were a PSC at the plant, that is what I just described. If you are a PSC at a station, typically they work mornings, okay? Now, I can't tell you how many hours you are guaranteed at a station. However, I do know a lot of people who work in a station tells me that their hours are cut significantly, okay? So in the beginning, you're going to feel like it's not beneficial because of your hourly rate, which is not $21 when you first sign up as a PSC. You will make $18.69. So that will be already a pay cut for yourself. Now, the good thing about that is that you have the opportunity to becoming career. There's a lot of people who started off as a PSC. I myself was a PSC for literally 10 months or 11 months. I want to say 10 or 11 months. I was a PSC for 10 to 11 months before I was converted into being a career employee. Was it beneficial for myself? Yes, because I had an increase in my pay. So I was no longer making $18.69. And when I started, and when I was a PSC, I was making $19 or 17. It was $17, okay? It was not the $18.69 that a lot of you guys are making right now, all right? However, I stuck in there. I did my time as a PSC, and when I looked up, it was conversion time, and I was on the list to being career. Now, when you start at being a career employee, when you convert, you instantly get a raise. And I think the raise was 21 and some change. Okay. Now, from that 21 and some change, you get step increase. A step increase is a raise. So every 6 months, just by being in your specific craft as a career employee, you will get a raise. I don't know the amount because I just don't know the amount. I recently had a step increase, which I will tell you guys about on how much I made on my paycheck. And I'm actually going to be heading towards my second step increase that I will let you guys know about. But that is for another video. However, you do get 2 step increases. Another good thing about being a career employee and even as a PSC is that you are getting a contractual raise. A contractual raise is anything that the union and the management decides on giving you. It's a contract raise, and it happens quite frequently, believe it or not. When I was a PSC, I saw my money amount climbing in the ladder quick, because back then we were getting constant contractual raises constantly, which was a great benefit for myself. So that's something that kind of took on the cake for me, because I was worried. I didn't know if I wanted to give up my full-time job where I had guaranteed hours to go to the Postal Service. But you know what? I'm definitely glad I did, because it was extremely worth it. Now, as far as health benefits goes, as a PSE, you are not eligible to getting health benefits until you have been with the Postal Service for at least a year, okay? A great benefit is that you will then be eligible to get health, dental, vision, so on, so on. So that's necessary for yourself if that's something that you're looking into, okay? Another thing is that you still accumulate annual leave. Annual leave is paid time off. So you're still able to get paid while being off. Another great benefit when starting off as being a PSE is you still get your shift differential. So say if you were to work on tour 1, you automatically get a pay increase because you're working overnight, as well as your overtime. Anything that is over 8 hours is time and a half. Anything that is over 10 hours goes into penalty. So that's another great key factor to keep in mind. So when you think about it, even though you make $21.50 right now, as time go on, you can make a lot more within the post office. We have to start from somewhere. There are clerks that are capping out at extremely large lump sums. There are PSCs that are making close to 6 figures just in overtime alone until they turn career. I know no one wants to work a lot of hours in order to receive that kind of pay, but you know what? You have to do what you have to do. It is beneficial. Also, keep this in mind when it comes to the work, because if you have a job where it is somewhat laid back and not as physical, then you have to know that you have to condition yourself into being prepared to working at the post office. It can become physical. Is it extremely laboring? No, it isn't extremely laboring, but it can become physical, especially at the plant. All right, that's something to keep in mind. Standing on your feet for long periods of the time. Also, having to stoop and bend and things like that can become strenuous on your body. In letter automation, our hands go out a lot. And people develop carpal tunnel from the repetition. But then you can get carpal tunnel from just sitting down typing. So keep these key things in mind when thinking about, is it beneficial for you to leave your full-time job that you currently have to work at the Postal Service? But another great benefit is that if you get into the Postal Service, you can go to any government agency, whether it's the IRS or Homeland Security. You can always elevate, you guys. So keep these things in mind. I hope this video helps you. I'm not going to go too far off into the video with talking, because I know you guys can sometimes get lost in videos that are way too long and people are talking way too extremely long. So I'm going to leave this with you right here, okay? Now, because I want to know my audience interaction, I want to know if you guys are watching my videos, I have something for you right now. Right now. Now, I will say this, okay? I will say this. If you are watching this video until the complete end, which you should be watching my videos to the end anyway, be sure to comment below, okay? And the secret code word in the comments will be Happy Memorial Day, because this month is Memorial Day. So if you watch this video to the end, be sure to comment Happy Memorial Day. Hey you guys, this actually ends my video. Thank you for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to stay connected with future videos. In the meantime, deuces.